Hi everyone, welcome back with another video. This is my second video in my ODBC with paginated report series. In my previous video, I have explained different use cases with ODBC and I have configured the ODBC for creating a paginated report for Power BI, and then I have set up the ODBC for data gateway connections. Then I have created a simple report. So if you have not watched my previous video, please watch my first video and then come to this video. I leave the link in the description. Please check it over there. In this video, I am going to talk about some of the limitations in ODBC. Let's get started. The main limitation is multi-value parameters. When you take ODBC, ODBC does not support multi-value parameters. Let me show you how to handle this limitation and what are all the solutions that we have to overcome this limitation. Okay, I have a report. Here I have connected with my SQL Server and I have a simple report. If you see the data set, here we have different columns and two tables are connected, and here I am using color in color, which is the parameter value. It is going to pass in character, which means users can select multiple colors and multiple class. And I have added a OR condition just to make sure these two parameters are optional parameters. I don't want to make these two parameters as a mandatory parameter, which means user still can run the report even without passing any values for color and class. So this is the default requirement. So I have built this report using the SQL Server, direct SQL Server connector. So if I run this report, you can see even without running the class or color, the report will load and it will show the results. So we have many records. You can see all of these values, right? So we have to achieve the same thing with the help of ODBC. So as I said in my previous video, I am just demoing this ODBC again using the SQL Server, right? So this will be applicable for any data source that you are trying to connect through ODBC. Here this is my sample report. Here I have created, connected with my ODBC, and if I do a test connection, so this is getting successful. So we have the data source, ODBC data source is ready, and we have to create a data set, right? So I'm going to take the same script. So let's take the same query. So here I'm going to simplify the process. I don't want to make these parameters as optional by default. So let us try with the mandatory parameter. So I'm going to remove this OR logic. So I'm just taking this query and creating a new data set against that ODBC connection, right? So if I validate this query, so I'm getting a pop-up. Let me try to pass null value for both of these cases. So I got an error message, right? So basically when you try to use the ODBC, you should not use the @ symbol and then the name of the parameter. So you have to use question mark. So this is the one of the limitation that you have to consider when using ODBC. Right, so if you use SQL Server, you can use @ symbol. If you use Oracle, you can use colon. And when you use ODBC, then it is always going to be a question mark, right? So I can validate the query. Here you can see it is successfully validated. I can click OK. So when I click OK, right, it is created two parameter, parameter 1 and parameter 2. Right, so let me change the name of the parameter so that we can easily understand. So this is color, and then this is class. Okay, next I need to go to this data set, go to parameters. So let me add the color first because that is what we defined in the query. Next one is class. So here it is always going to be a question mark because we have defined a question mark here. So we have to carefully map the parameters in the parameter section. So if this is the first question mark belongs to color and second one is to class. So we have to correctly map the parameters here in this parameter section. Once you are done, you can just click OK. And our requirement is we need to pass multiple values. So I'm just going to enable this multiple value and then class to multiple values. Click run, and then we got an error message. Okay, so we have to map these fields, right? Let me map the data set. This is our data set, and the brand name is nothing but model name, color, and then class. So I'm just randomly mapping just to make sure we have some output to show. I'm just running this report, and here it is asking us to pass the parameter. Since we are not handling OR condition, so it is mandatory to pass the parameter. So I'm just passing two values here, and class is such. Just click view report. So here you can see we got an error message saying that cannot add multi-value parameter for the question mark for dataset 1 because it is not supported by the data extension. So here the extension is ODBC. So ODBC is not going to support multiple value parameter. Right. So this is the error message like we got when we try to pass multiple value in the parameter. So how to overcome that limitation, right? So that's a solution that we have to provide. So when we have this issue, right, so what we need to do is we need to get the values as a comma separated, right, and then we need to convert that comma separated into row by row in the script itself. So which means whenever user enter the value, they have to enter like black, comma blue, comma red instead of adding one by one. So we are going to change that multi-value parameter into text box so that user will enter the value with comma separator, right? So and then later on we will be converting that comma separator values into row by row in the script level. So how to do that in script level? So we have a function called split. So if you are using SQL Server, we have a predefined function which is available from SQL Server 2016. So the function is string underscore split. So using that split function, we can convert the comma separated values into row by row. If you are using Oracle, so we have a function. We don't have a function, but we have a set of statement which will help us to do the same thing, converting comma separated into row by row. And if you are using SAP HANA, we have a function available. So where you have to create a function. That is not a default function for SAP HANA. So you have to create a function, and you can utilize that function. How I'm going to do in this report, right? So basically, whatever database that you are trying to do, somehow that database or any system through ODBC needs to convert that comma separated into row by row. Right. I will leave the script for Oracle and SAP HANA in my video description. You can take a look, and if you need, you can still use it. Right. So let's go to the report. Let's see how to achieve this. So the first step, as I said, we have to change this multiple value into single value. So if I uncheck this, this is going to be a text box. So it will allow us to enter only one value, and I have to do the same thing here. So if it is a one value, then we need to train the user and ask them to enter the values with comma separator. So we have done the first step, and the next step here we need to change this question mark. So this is where this is the place where we have to handle that the conversion, like converting that comma separated values into row by row. Right. So here let me show you the function. So we have string underscore split function. Let me show you. So select value from string underscore split. So this is the pre-built function which we have in SQL Server, and here we have to pass the input. So what is the input string? So input is something like blue or black, and what is the delimiter here or separator here? So here it is going to be comma separator, right? So if I enter like this, if I execute, here you can see the values black comma blue is converted as row by row, like blue and black, right? So we have to pass like this. So when you take a multi-value parameter, right, it is by default will be passing as a row by row. Since ODBC does not support multi-value parameter or multiple value to the var class, so we have to do this kind of process. Right, so I'm going to take this whole syntax, just copy and go to our report. Here instead of direct question mark, I need to place that whole function. So here instead of this hard coded black and blue, I need to add a question mark. Right. So this question mark will be replaced with the user selection or user input. So I have to do the same thing here. Take out the hard coded value and put the question mark. So that's it, and if you see the parameter, it is still pointing to the color and class, right? So we are good. Now we can just validate the query. So this is successful, and click OK. And I'm going to run the report. So now I'm going to pass the value like black comma blue, and here I'm just say H alone. If I click view report, here we got the results. So we have black and H. Let's see whether we have blue as well. So we have a blue as well. So which means these two values are passed into the query, and it went to the conversion function, the split function, and it went to the database, and we got both the results. Right. So we achieved the solution. But when you compare this report, so here we are allowing users to pass value like one by one, right? It's a kind of a multi-value. Or in case if you want to build a list of value, you can still create a new data set, and you can find the distinct value of color here, which is going to be one by one, right? So if you want to achieve the same, then this approach may not be a right solution. So we have to convert this single text box or single value into multiple value. So that's where we have the steps, like so we have to enhance the UI so that it will be easy for end users to select the values one by one, in case if we have a list of value, or they can still enter it manually by one by one, considering a multiple value, and we can provide a solution as like how we usually get, right? So we have to improve the UI, right? So what we need to do is to consider that UI change or UI better solution. Just make this as allow multiple value, and then class. Right. So if I just directly run this report, let me say black, let's say black and blue, or say black and blue, and then H. So if I run this report, so we will end up with the same error message that we initially got, right? So it is not going to allow us to pass multiple value like this. So but we want to give this kind of a solution to user. So what are the other changes that we need to do? So if you enable multiple value, then somehow we need to convert that user selected value or user entered value into a comma separator, because here the input should be comma separated value, because right. So that so to achieve that, you have to go to the parameters, and this is a place where we are going to convert that list of values or input values into a comma separator. So basically, when you select multiple value parameter, it is considered as an array of elements. So if you pass multiple values, it is going to sit into array, like it is starting with 0 and 1. Right. So if I say like this, right? So if I say like this, it is going to consider the first element in the array. So which means if you enter black and blue, it is going to consider black. So how to convert that whole list of values into a comma separator? So we have to use a function called join. So we are going to join the list of values with comma separator. So the first parameter is the parameter itself. The second one is the comma separator. So basically it is trying to read all the values from the color parameter, and it is going to join them with comma separator. Right. So we have to do the same thing for class. Okay. So here we got multiple value like one by one, and within the dataset parameter we are converting them into a comma separator, and that comma separated value will go here with this function, and again it will convert them into row by row, and finally we will be getting the results. So that is our expectation. Let's try to run the report. Black, blue, here. Sorry, here the class is H. So if I run this report, here you can see we got the result, right? So which means it is working. So if I try to pass L as well, we will be getting a result with H and L, with both black and blue. So which means we achieve the solution, but still we are pending with another 5%, right? So what is that? So we have handled the comma separated in the parameter expression, which is done, and the final part is we need to make those two parameters as an optional parameter. Right. So let's go to the report. So if I run the report, if I remove everything, so I just want to consider this as an optional parameter. Just click view reports. So it's a mandatory parameter, cannot be a blank, right? So I'm going to add blank here, and then class as blank. So this will make these two parameter as an optional parameter here if you see, but we are not getting any result because we have to handle another expression within the parameter, right? So here you no need to do anything, you have to add only that R part, so which we had earlier, right? So this section, so we have to add this section. Let us try to add manually here. Or so this is going to be string, so 1 in, and then question mark, and then close bracket, and then one more close bracket, open bracket. So the syntax is like here if you are not passing any value, right, so we have to make one of these statement is true, right? So if you pass 1 for color, if you pass 1, right, and this will be replacing here 1. So when you see this whole sentence, right, the condition, so this is become true because 1 in 1 which is nothing but 1 in 1 which is equal to condition, so which means this particular condition will execute and this will not execute, which means there will not be any filter on the color. And same here, if you pass 1 here and 1 here, so this condition will become true and there will not be any filter on the class column. So which means whenever user not entered a value, so we are not going to filter anything on this script. So that's what we are trying to do here. Let me just take a copy and then paste it here. Just validate query. Okay, our query is good. So the next step, we have to go here in the parameter. So since we have added additional 2 question marks, so whatever we had earlier will be replaced. So we have to map it again, and as I said, we have to carefully map it. So the first 2 question marks are related to color and second 2 question marks are related to class. So this is the place where we have to handle that logic. In case if user is not selected anything, we have to convert that not selected value as a 1, so that the second part will execute and there will not be any filter on the class or color. So how to handle it? So here we have to handle with if else. So if, so this is going to be color, right? If color of 0, so basically the first element is blank, right? If it is blank, then convert as 1 string 1. Else if it is not blank, if users enter something, then as you know, we have to convert that user entered value with comma separator. So this is as it is what we followed earlier, and close bracket. So here the condition is if there is no value, the first element is 0, or in case if you want to set all or any keyword as a default value, you can replace this this quotes with any value, either all or any other value. If that is the case, if user is not selected, we are passing that value as 1 into the query. If user is passing or enter something, then we have to convert that values with comma separator. So just take a copy, just click OK. The second parameter is also belongs to color only, right? So I'm going to parameter, I'm going to paste the same here, right? And then if I go to class, so class also same condition. So instead of color, I'll be replacing with class. So no changes, just copy, and the second one is class. So that's it. Just make sure class. Okay, click OK and click OK and run the report. So I'm not passing anything, just click view report. It has to show all the values. So here you can see we got all the colors and we got all the classes. So in case if user enters something specifically like black and then blue, just L alone, click view report. Here you can see we got black and then we have blue as well. Here you can see, in case if user is just passing only one value, still this logic should support. Here you can see we have black and L. So which means this particular report is satisfy all the conditions, even the UI wise. So it is very good because we are allowing users to choose multiple value or enter multiple value line by line. So when this will be more useful, right? So if you have another data set created, for example distinct of color, and if you want to use this data set here for the color available value, then it will be more useful. So on that case, like user can choose multiple value instead of typing black and then blue. It will be like easy for end users to choose the value from the list of value. And when you have those kind of cases, still this logic works because we already fixed the logic for multiple value, right? So this is how we can resolve the limitations of ODBC within Power BI Page Generated Report. And if you like this video, please click the like button, and if you are not subscribed my video, please subscribe my channel. And I have another video on the same series, Power BI ODBC. So there I'm going to talk about the another solution. So we already handled the split function, but we have another solution which is it's a very good solution compared than this one. I'll tell you what are the problems that we have with this function, with this solution, and how to overcome these problems with the another advanced solution. Thank you.